Good afternoon, Raider Nation. Welcome to the first official episode of my brand new podcast, Raider in the Desert podcast. Raider in the Desert podcast. It's basically me. Next day after Raider game. Yesterday was Sunday. Today's Monday. Basically, all review of what went right and what went really wrong. As you can see, it is Monday and it is not Victory Monday. It is got our ass beat Monday, and it's just one of those things. As a Raider fan, obviously we can't win in SoFi. There's a lot of new coach, same shit, and I get where everybody's coming from. Salud. So again, we're reviewing the game, strictly the Raider game, possibly talking about some other stuff. But yeah, strictly Raiders. So I got my handy dandy notebook that I took notes on, and we're gonna go through it. It is the next day after the loss. Not pissed off anymore. Still a little disappointed, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still a Raider fan. I'm still fucking with that team. I'm still fucking with AP, and whatever AP chooses is, hey man, I'm sticking to it. Like it or not, gotta stick to it with that man. He's the coach. He's the man in charge right now. So yesterday was Sunday, September 8th. Raiders had a away game, but technically it was a home game in Los Angeles. I will try to keep this video not long. Don't know how long it's going to go. I got about 6 pages that I read down, but it's not a big notebook, so we'll see how it flies through. Again, I'm not going to be reviewing fucking any other teams, Lakers, Dodgers, Trojans, or Kings, strictly Raiders. So, like I said, we were at the dolts yesterday. We lost 22-10, and it was just a pretty shit showing of on the offense. It was not what I was expecting. I was expecting at least another fucking 16 more points at least, not no 30, 40, 50 points like fucking before. I wasn't expecting that, but not 10. 10 is like, holy shit. First drive, we deferred, so we kicked it off to the Dolts. First drive ended in 0 points. That defense was... I haven't seen a defense like that in a while. That's just that intensity carried over from last season to this season. Maybe early 2000s, late 90s is the last time I remember that intensity carrying over like that. From what I remember, could be wrong. Then offensively, our first drive ended. It ends in a 3-and-out, 1 pass and 2 runs, and again, the whole fucking game we could not establish a run game. So there was just these stupid ass calls by Getsy. That's like, why are you still trying to run the ball? I get it, you're trying to wear down that defensive line, and you think you could do it, but bro, our offensive line wasn't moving shit. They weren't creating spaces. They weren't creating these fucking lanes. They weren't blocking mierda, nothing. It was like, fuck, bro. We got all this supposed all this firepower that we do got, and we look stupid. We really look stupid the first drive, not to mention the whole fucking game. But this was just yesterday, so I could already see by my writing I was already starting to get ticked off. That, I mean, I waited all these months to see them play. I got to see the defense first, and I was fucking hyped up. I was excited. I was fucking ready to run through a wall, and then the offense comes out, and it's like, fuck, bro. Like, this close to wanting a beer, or this close to wanting to want a cold beer, but man. Todas las cosas que quiero decir no puedo decir because it's just going to be a video of me just incoherent rant It's just not worth it. It's not worth the aggravation. It's not worth the stress, getting pissed off when, again, it's just the first game of the season. So, like I said, 1 pass, 2 runs for shit on their first drive. Okay. Epps and Bennett on the Dolts' second drive. Epps and Bennett back to back fucking stops. So again, no points. Our second series ends turnover on down, 4th and 1. We couldn't get it, mind you. It wasn't like, oh shit, we'll try a trick play or try throwing it deep or to the outside. No, let's just fucking run it right at them, like they're expecting us to, right? Maybe a quarterback sneak probably would have got it. I don't know. But then again, I know it's not all AP. That's why he has an offensive coordinator to dial up these plays, and mierda. So they end up scoring 3 off of that. So we're still in the first quarter, and again, our defense has held them to 0, and then basically turnover on downs. They march it all the way down, and our defense holds strong to 3 points, which is, again, they're doing their job. Up to that point, doing their fucking job. Every assignment, every tackle, everything that they're supposed to do, the small details, they're getting on it. Fuck, man, I'm just fucking teed off on just how everything's perspired, basically. Falling drive for us. Running back Mattinson runs it, 31-yard touchdown catch and run, longest of his career. So it was excited to see. It was like, oh shit, all right, there's something, right? We're up 7-3. That's getting pretty excited. Let's see what else is going on, because that was a throw and it wasn't a run. Up to that point, every run was maybe 2-3 yards at best. This kid stepped in though, different story. Bowers gets his first catch in the second quarter, which was awesome. He ended up with a few catches I written down. Let's see. So yeah, after he gets his first catch, 2 plays later, he gets I think it's like a 15+ yard reception, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. Seeing where he was, where they put him throughout the field, how sometimes obviously he was open, but just the fundamentals of the kid that he has, just to get open and just to be right here, basically right at the precise moment that he needs to be on his route, dude. This kid's going to be something else if, again, this offense starts to mesh and starts to click a lot better than it basically has been right now. I keep looking back at it, and it's like I see positive by Bowers, and then I see that I wrote down back-to-back sacks for the Dolts. So, again, it's offensive line not blocking and letting the Dolts get in, and then Minshew just, at least for sure, one, come on, throw it away. The other times, blindsided, you don't know where you're going, bam, you get sacked. I understand that. But, bro, you're already a veteran in the league. You should have, I think, a little bit more awareness, or at least better awareness to know, fuck, I got to throw it away. Okay? Because not to mention, not to mention the fact that you freaking get the ball hiked to you, and then you do this shit, and then it's a backwards lateral pass, and then you fumble the ball. Like, fuck, man. Like, cross all this shit off that I've said already. Yeah, man. Minshew looked comfortable, but up to that point where he had those 2 sacks, it just comfortable enough to where, all right, we're up 7-3. It doesn't look so horrendous, and then back-to-back sacks, and then we look like shit. So, and then all in the first quarter, man. This freaking defensive lines were barely giving up an inch. It was just back and forth, not moving. So it was good to see that. Our defenses were basically holding up, and more ours, because I mean, obviously their defense fucking manhandled us because we couldn't get anything going. But we shut down Hubert, which was the best thing that I've seen in a while. Because I know that kid could fucking sling it. Yes, he didn't have all those weapons on the outside, but it's not like he's not good. All right, he's good enough to where he could get it to his receivers and the people that he needs to, but he just didn't have the time. I just say that he looked very uncomfortable. That defense was harassing him all fucking game, which is again, yes, we lost. Shitty way to lose and open up the season on the road, basically at home against a division opponent. That shit sucks. Silver lining is that fucking defense was phenomenal. So we'll see where it goes from there. Yeah, again, see, I said defense is all over Hubert, not skipping a beat from last season. They weren't. It's like they waited and they were incubating and then they came out and bam. Probably said that in the wrong context and just started kicking ass, which is fucking badass. Of course, there you go. I swear Minshew fumbles the ball, then they end up freaking scoring three. You know, it was on our end of the field. And yes, they marched it down within, I believe, inside the 10. And again, defense did their fucking job. 7-6. We go 7-6 into halftime. And man, dude, it was very concerning at that time because again, 7-6. Defense hasn't given up a lot. No touchdowns. None of these long ass running plays. None of these long ass passing plays. None of that. Nothing, man. Our defense was looking fucking good, bro. But the offense, totally fucking different story. It just, they weren't there. Like I said, Minshew looked comfortable to a point, and then he looked very uncomfortable after those back-to-back sacks. So by halftime, Minshew was 11 of 15, 127 yards, a touchdown. Bowers, 2 receptions, 32 yards. Mattison, 1 reception, 31 yards, which was a touchdown. Adams had 2 receptions for 29 yards. Tucker had 2 receptions for 22 yards. Also, Minshew was sacked 3 times by the time it was halftime for a total of 28 yards, which is like, bro, at that point, I'll wait till you see the final stat of how many times he got sacked, and you'll see the average of it because it's like that offensive line needs to, get it together because that many sacks a game, like, nah, man, this quarterback ain't gonna last, and we're just gonna get all these fucking time these negative plays. So, we were. Oh yeah, so the defense had holded the Dolts to 83 yards total, 63 yards passing, and 20 yards rushing. So, like again, they were lights out. They were doing their fucking job. Uncomfortable, just getting irritated, just getting mad, just almost getting always frustrated with this. Look, frustrated was a look on the other side, and again, the defense was doing what they were supposed to do, what they got paid to do, what they got Wilkins to come over from Miami to do. Man, that fucking guy and Max, dude, was fucking something incredible to watch on Sunday. They are going to be a fucking problem. Minshew had a rating of 119. We had 1 penalty for 5 yards. The Dolts had 5 penalty for 30 yards. So again, that's quite a big improvement from last year in the beginning and few previous other years. Mind you, we did have 2016, I believe. Yeah, 2016 is when we had 100 yards penalty against us and still won the game. So from that to this, awesome. Time of possession, the Raiders had it 15 minutes, 22 seconds. Dolts had it 14:38. So again, we're winning the time of possession by under a minute, and we're winning by a point. And again, this isn't me bitching or saying like, oh, I expected him to blow them the fuck out, blow them out of the water, score 30 points. Fuck no, bro. If they were going to win 7-3 or 7-6 and just keep it at 7-6 and the Raiders win 7-6, hey, man, doesn't have to be pretty. A win's a fucking win. And that just means that obviously our defense is that good that we kept them at 6, but our offense wasn't that great that we had 7. That's why I say fuck it. It ain't gotta be pretty, bro, because I know we ain't pretty. Excuse me. So, we received the second half kick, and we went 3-and-out. So that was fucking awesome to see, man. Again, we go into the halftime, see what comes out, right? Because we get the ball, so I'm excited. Like, all right, we got some momentum. And then again, stupid play calling. Why are you running this? Why are you dialing up that? Why is there a running play? Why don't you try fucking throwing it? Why don't you freaking just dunk it off right here and let the freaking running back get some work? Or try to get Tucker involved. Or try to get Jacoby Myers involved. Mind you, we have all these players that have the ability and the awareness to catch a ball and make more out of it. So, see what fuck they were calling yesterday, I don't know. Mind you, I'm just a fan that sits at home or sits at a restaurant and gets high and watches my team. So I wouldn't know what to dial up if I was in the situation. But possibly wouldn't be a freaking running play. Who knows? Give me a shot. Give every other Raider creator content, or give every other Raider content creator, fucking Raider fan a shot, man. You never know. Maybe amongst us or all of us, we could collectively just be unstoppable. Watch out. Imagine. So, after we kick it off to them, that's when, a little bit of the cracks start to show, because they break it off for a 49-yard run. And still, they bring it down within, I think, our 15 or 10, and they don't score. And we hold them off to 3. And now we're basically down 7-9 or 9-7, but the defense is holding. The defense is holding strong. Yes, they gave up a 49-yard run, but they're still holding. It's not like he freaking ran 2 more plays and bam, punched it in the end zone like later on, but they got it done. Oh man, Zamir White. I know I was excited that, all right, Jacobs don't want to be here. Cool, we got Zamir White, and this kid got a little bigger apparently during the offseason. But he fumbles the ball. And that's 3 times that I've seen in the game that it's like, bro, those are points that are left out in the field. Mind you, I don't. Did it? Yeah. We'll get to that. Man. Man, he fumbles the ball. So fumbles the ball. They get it. Nothing comes out of it. We get the ball back. Hang on, I'm trying to dial this and then. Salud. So after he fumbles the ball, they get the ball back. We almost get a takeaway. Alright? Gets a tip ball. Goes like this or something. Almost makes the interception. But you could clearly see the tip of the ball. The nose of it hit the ground. They rule it incomplete. We stop them. Defense holds again. We get the ball. We march it down to, I believe, within their 40 or within their 35-yard line. Somewhere around there. Kick a field goal. Fucking misses it. So that's turnover on downs. Minshew fumble. Zamir White fumble. And Daniel Carlson misses the field goal, which gives him good field position. That's 4 times. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. It would have basically had the same. Would have been tied. That's how many points were left out on the field because of, obviously, the play calling. There's still later on in the game where AP chooses to forgo 4th and 1. Because, again, he had confidence in his defense. And I get him. I would too. Right? For me, it's like, why go on a 4th and 1 when you couldn't even fucking do it before? Why do I think that the offense could do it now? Not besides the fact that I have all the confidence in my defense, but why would I think that my offense, what they couldn't do early in the game, and what they couldn't do the whole fucking game, why would they think that they could get another 4th and 1? So of course, he goes for he forgoes that, and I believe he kicks the field goal, and then that's when I believe we are up. By that time, it is 16-10, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, he misses it. By that time, offense just keeps looking worse and worse. It's just by the end of the third quarter, that defense is freaking. They're tired because the Dolts have marched it down to our end of the field. They end up scoring. By that time, it's 16-7. So again, I got ahead of myself. Carlson makes a field goal, so that puts us 16-10. 16-10. So that's when the whole thing comes into where, like, why did he forgo a 4th and 1 when you were just down by 6 and you could have gone for it? I get it, but it's fans are bitching, analysts are bitching, all the pros are bitching. I was like, why didn't he go for it, bro? If he goes for it and he doesn't get it, what do you guys say? What's the majority of the Raider Nation saying right now? If Coach AP said, fuck it, I'm going for a 4th and 1, quarterback sneak, or throwing it to the side or something, and it gets picked off, fumble, or they don't get it, what do you guys say? Why did you just point it, this and that? It's going to happen no matter what. Whatever he chooses, you guys are going to complain about. He should have done this. He does that, you guys are going to complain, oh, he should have done the other thing. So there's no pleasing everybody. He did what he thought was right. Hey, fuck it. He's learning. It's his first game of his first full year. Give the man a break. I see comments of people wanting him fired. Like, bro, why would you want the man fired? Why? Do you not see the defense? People say that they want Derek Carr back. Do you guys not remember the defenses that he had? I personally don't think that if he were to come back, that this defense is the same. I don't. He could stay his ass out there in the bayou in Louisiana. That's where his ass could stay out there with the alligators and the crawfish. He could stay out there with the merry fucking fellow folks of Louisiana. So, goddamn, this just like fuck, bro. Like it's just, you would have thought that, all right, I saw something cool. Fuck no, or something good. Hell no, man. Oh shit, I left this here. It's just all bad the whole fucking game. The offense starts to show some freaking spark, and then bam, sack. By that time, it's the 4th sack. It's already the 4th quarter. By the end of the game, it's 4 sacks that offensive line gives up. Okay, that's an average of 1 per quarter. That is horrible. How are you going to protect a quarterback, and how are you going to give that man some time, or how are you going to give your wide receiver some time to basically get in position or make something happen if they're going to get fucked up, man? Excuse me. So here I write, I think if AOC was in the game, I wouldn't be as upset as I am with the offense. Me writing that at that moment and right now reading it, I agree with myself. I see why I wrote it in there. Because, yeah, he got sacked 6 times last time in there, but we'll never know what he looked like. We know what Minshew looked like. I wouldn't be upset at Aiden if everything that happened to Minshew happened to him. Because again, second season for him, and it would be full-time starter. This would be his first game. He didn't start a game until Los Angeles, and that was week 5? 4, 5, or 6. One of those weeks is when he got his first start. Yes, he's a rock. It's not mobile. But shit, what's all that mobility got to do with anything? What the fuck? 4 sacks, fumble, and an interception? Not to mention that close to the end of the fucking game, all of a sudden, he starts slinging it and he starts freaking throwing it out there. It's like, where were all these fucking plays? I get it that the defense starting to soften up, but where were these fucking plays? Or at least these disguise plays or these fucking trick plays. No que el pinche Getzy sabía al Adams y que está la madre y que lo estaba bien comfortable con él. Y that fool was pissed off, bro. He was fucking mad. Can't win at SoFi. Like, what the fuck? That's our home, bro. How the fuck can we not win at home? It's ridiculous. It really is. And we still go back there again later on in the season to play the Lambs. Come on. So, oh, and then some honky conky or whatever, he scored, and then that puts them up 20-10. And then by that time, bro, I'm watching it on live, and I'm already saying it's over, it's a wrap. It ain't coming back. And then he starts showing, like I said, he starts showing all these freaking these plays that he's dialing up and shit and just slinging it out there, and it's like, bro, it's too late. So a fight breaks out after their touchdown, resulting in offsetting penalties. Jones and one of their players, they both end up getting ejected from the game. It was reported today that they will not be suspended, or nobody will be suspended. So that's a good thing that we're not losing anybody, at least on that. In that manner, I mean, there's going to be a lot of fines, but we're not losing them to suspension or anything stupid like that. So people were getting frustrated. Everybody was getting frustrated on the field. Defense was just, they were upset because again, they're doing everything they can, but when you go sit down, you're like, all right, we stopped them. Then you look up and you see the punting crew already going out. Obviously, I'm not saying, right, that's why they were frustrated, the main reason. Come on. But you got to acknowledge the fact that has to do something with it. They're busting ass. They're doing all that work. They're coming back saying, here's the ball. Go score. And what do? They sit down, talk a little bit, have a drink, and they look up to the scoreboard, and they're already punting. Like, what the fuck? I haven't even sat for 5 minutes. That is irritating. And obviously them talking shit, and that they're getting held, and from what it was reported that fool was talking shit, and then he went and cried, and then fucking Raiders fucked him up, and that's why he was crying. So I wrote, Minshit needs to do better at throwing the ball away, and he does. He really does. 4 sacks, and like I said, 1 for sure was like, bro, like, okay, there's nothing you could do. There's really nothing you could do because they're your offensive line. They failed you. But the other 3, nah, man. Puta. Tira la pinche pelota, man. Tirala. Throw it the fuck away, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Uncle Rico? Yeah, like I said, he throws a fucking interception with 1:45 left in the fucking game. And then they freaking, take 2 knees to end out the game. And final, 22-10. So, yeah, see, very lackluster for our offense up until the last few minutes when they were dialing up plays that should have been called earlier in the game. It's like, where was all of this, all of this possibility and all these freaking, like, all right, cool, look at him, bam, he's open, oh shit, he caught the ball, damn. Not to the end of the fucking game, man. So the neighborhood I live in, there's a lot of Charger fans, there's some Raider fans. A lot of Charger fans just keep putting their hats, pointing it to where I park my car. I don't talk shit. It's a good thing I don't talk shit because I'd probably get in trouble. But the bigger reason, look what the fuck happened. I would have been running my fucking mouth all week, walking my dogs to the neighbors at 10 points. Like, I'll run my mouth and keep talking shit if we lose by 3 or by 1 point. But when you only score 10 and you had them on the ropes, no, I can't. No. So, Minshew finishes the game 25 of 33, 257 yards, touchdown, interception, and a fumble. Rating of 95.1. Again, sacked 42 times for 32 yards. So average of a sack per quarter, man. It's not all on him. That offensive line needs to do a way better job at blocking and creating these holes and freaking lanes for the running backs and basically giving that full time. He's a mobile quarterback. He needs time. Even if it's 2-3 split seconds, so that, all right, boom, I'm gonna run out. But that's not the case that happened. Zamir White, man. The end of it, was not what I was expecting. But 13 carries, 44 yards, fumble, which is like, I mean, it didn't deter him, because he still went out the following series and he ran out. He was fucking running mean. He was running nasty. He was angry when he was running. So it didn't deter him from still running the same way in the same style. It looked like the exact same play, and he looked like he felt the exact same way. And he didn't fumble the second time. So that's a good thing to see that it didn't affect him and it didn't phase him. Jacoby Myers, 3 receptions, 61 yards, an average of 23.3 yards. 20.3 yards. Devontae Adams, 5 receptions, 59 yards, an average of 11.8 yards. Again, Minshew, 1 fumble loss, man. That one was just like, I know that it looked like an incomplete pass or a tuck, whatever the fuck it was. It wasn't that, man. It wasn't that. It wasn't raining. I don't know if it was sweaty. I don't know, but it just looks like he had the yips for that split second, and Brock Bowers, 6 receptions, 58 yards, an average of 9.7 yards. Alexander Mattinson, 4 receptions, 43 yards, an average of 10.8 yards, plus the touchdown. Trey Tucker, 2 receptions, 22 yards, an average of 11 yards. And that's what stood out to me in the offense, Those guys that could have done more didn't do because, again, they weren't given the opportunity because the offense couldn't give the freaking quarterback the opportunity, and then the quarterback did some stupid decisions that didn't let him shine. So it's all offense. It's all offense. Defensively, yes, they had some small details, some missed tackles at the end of it because, again, you get so tired and you're doing all that work and you're holding them and you're stopping them and nobody's helping you out on the other side of the ball. Like, come on. It gets tiring. So I don't blame them for giving up 22 because technically we didn't give up a passing touchdown. Oh, no. Yeah, we did give up a passing touchdown, I believe. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about the dolts. So, Spillane, 7 solo tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. Wilkins, 4 solo tackles. Epps, 3 solo tackles. Mad Max, 2 solo tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, and a sack. Jenkins, Butler, Jones, Hobbs, all each had 3 solo tackles. So that secondary was getting after people. That defensive line, again, was stopping people, and they were getting after people. They did not disappoint. At the end, yes, they faltered and they got tired. And Mad Max said, "Hey, man, we it's 4 quarters." They preached 4 quarters. 4 quarters. And they only got 3. That's better than the last previous years because they were only a first half team. First half and then second half they didn't show up. So just got to fill in that void. The fourth we'll be there. I think we can be a top 10, possibly a top 5 defense this season. Why the fuck not? Offensively, we'll see where it goes. Nate Hobbs and Bennett had 1 pass deflected each. which again, it's like those were balls that if they connect, that gives them the confidence and that gives them that little bit more swagger and more freaking, just that whole air aura and energy in that stadium to keep attacking that secondary. But with those two, hell no. It really diminished their confidence because again, he's getting harassed the whole fucking game. Um, we had 14 first downs, 12 passing, 1 rushing, and 1 by penalty. 14 first downs, 12 passing, and 1 rushing. That right there is, I don't get it as an offensive coordinator when you're in halftime and you look at like, fuck, how well is my passing towards my rushing? Why do you keep at it? I get it if you're trying to do something in a first down, but sometimes it was like a second down. And it's like it's a third and short or a third and long. Why are you going for that? Throw that motherfucker. Throw the ball. Screen it if you have to. Get him to the 5-yard mark, turns around, boom, gets you 2 yards. I stop. First down. But no. What do I know? On third down, we were 5 of 14, which is like fourth down, 0 for 1. We had 296 total yards, 225 passing, 71 yards rushing. Like, you see, those 71 yards rushing isn't by one person. That's by multiple people. Excuse me. Oh no, just like 2-3 people. So it's not like if he broke out, and had a badass game, but no. I probably read it wrong, but AP said that he's going to go with the hot hand. So Mattinson's going to be the running back one moving forward because Samir White did not look like he had that hot hand. The other guy did. So if that, instead of this, it's this way. So I'm not too sure if that's correct or not, but I believe that's how it went. We had 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and 1 interception. So that was just horrible. Mind you, the turnover on downs isn't counted, but we just stopped and we said, 10, just get the ball over. So this fucking offense, man. We were 0-1 in the red zone. Defense gave up 22 points, 140 yards passing, 176 yards rushing. You see, 140 yards passing. Normally that kid's got like 200-300 yards. So we did way better than we did last year. But it's the rushing where, again, that defensive line, they were tired. They just said, we can't anymore. And it shows from 20 yards rushing at halftime to a whole 156 more yards added on top of that by the end of the game. No, they can't. You can't sustain a whole game like that. The defense can't stay in it like that if the offense isn't doing anything. We had 2 penalties for a total of 15 yards to their 7 penalties for 50 yards. So, again, improvement there, improvement in the defense, improvement also in the offense by not getting these stupid offensive penalties. Time of possession, we had 31 minutes, 44 seconds to their 28 and 16, and we still managed to lose the fucking game. So we had better clock management. We managed the time better, and we still managed to lose the fucking game. With the defense going lights out, and we still managed to lose the game. Why? Because of the offense. So, man. So that is a rundown essentially of yesterday's game. So final score 22-10. They are 1-0. We are 0-1. I believe we are in the cellar of the division, which is like, yay, great, here we go again. But it's Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. By Wednesday, feel a lot better. Everybody should feel a lot better, But it all just depends on how and what we look like by the end of the month after 4 games. Because if he's still quarterback and we still look like this, then it's like, man, it's gonna be hard for me to be making these videos or making this podcast and not criticize them, right? And the people around AP. So, vamos a ver. Next game is on the road again. It is in Baltimore, Sunday, September 15th at 10 a.m. on CBS. Both teams are 0-1, so we're looking to walk out of there 1-1, 500. It's a possibility, man. Um, yeah. So defense can't keep us in the game if we can't get anything going on offense, and it's true. I mean, possibly they could keep us in the game, right, to the fourth quarter, to the end of the game, right? But if they eventually, like, one run here, or a deep pass here, or a blown assignment here, or a missed tackle here, and they score 7, that puts a damper in they really holding them back. Because if the fucking offense can't even score 7, what confidence do I have that they could even fucking get down to the field to score 3? If you're fumbling the ball, not just Samir, but you're fucking fumbling, throwing the ball sideways, like, what confidence do I have in his abilities? Like I said, I think I'd rather have not Minshew, Aiden be our quarterback, and me be like, all right, fuck it, we lost, right? But kid's learning, and he's gonna get better. Those final games that he played, he fucking played. Mind you, he was a quarterback when we scored 63 points, not Minshew. Okay. On top of that, they had a chip on their shoulder because they were pissed off that we beat that ass 63-21. Yeah. So, yeah. See, I even wrote here, fuck DC. He can say that's in the bayou. Because I started seeing that, and that shit really pissed me off. Because it's like, bro, 9 years, 2 playoff appearances. Yes, 2016, he broke his leg. The offensive line. I don't really remember too well because it's just a day that's like, fuck, bro. Like, that season, if I remember correctly, he fucking was running down the sideline, and he does a fucking marometa to get a first down. And his coach told him, don't do that shit again. Don't get hurt. I think it was the following season after that he broke his leg. Either one. That fucking season, man. That was a fucking season. Car insurance. You guys remember car insurance? That offensive line? Car insurance? Yeah. He breaks his leg and he's not the same. Trust, I've busted my leg before. I've had 2 surgeries on my left knee. And to this day, I sometimes get scared of doing certain things because I'm afraid I'll get hurt. So I understand how he feels and how he would react and why he would react and wince and look like he was crumbling down before he was getting hit because he didn't want to get hurt. That shit talking that Joey Bosa was doing. Yeah, is it Joey Bosa? That fucking Sosa Bosa bitch ass fool that plays for the Dolts. He was talking shit about our ex-quarterback, saying you didn't even gotta touch him. They just tap him and he fucking collapses. He goes down easy. I defended that. I said, nah, fuck you. But he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong because that was after his injury. And for those that are like, nah, it's not true. Bro, it is true. You know he was scared of getting hurt. You know it for a fucking fact. And it wasn't like if he was the best decision maker either. All those fucking interceptions, all those overthrown balls, all those sacks he took. Okay? Remember he fumbled the ball also? Didn't he? In 2021, the last, basically, 21, when the last time he went to the playoffs with Rich Bisaccia, didn't he throw a pick in the end zone? Did he fuck it up by throwing a pick? His regular MO, what he always does. Oh, I'm gonna throw a pick. Boom, perfect. And you guys want that guy back. 9 years of that. You guys want 9 more years of that. Honestamente, that's what you guys want. Like, I'll never understand that shit, man. Oh, so that's it. So yeah, man. If fans take it that I'm talking shit about them because they're riding DC's, and they're fanboys and they're Kardashians, well then take it that way. But I'm just giving you my honest opinion from someone who was like fucking excited, because I remember his rookie season, fucking pick after fumble, stupid fucking play, stupid choice, throw the ball away, kid. I remember that. He won against Kansas City at home. His first fucking win. It wasn't until like what, week 13 or 14 or some shit like that. I remember that, bro. I fucking rode with that kid. I fucked with him hard, bro. It sounds so fucking bad. I supported that kid a lot. A lot. And I'm not a religious man. You know, this whole thing, how es bien religioso y esto otro. No soy eso, bro. But I supported that guy a lot in every endeavor he did, in every decision that he did, even when he fucking cried on the podium. What pissed me off and what really put me at a cross with him is when he said, "I would rather retire than not be a Raider anymore," or around those lines. I could be misquoting it, probably I read it wrong. But once I saw that, I was like, "No, I'm not even gonna see if it's true. If it's out there, it's out there, bro. Somebody or he said it. Don't know. Maybe I'm mad for some stupid reason and it's not true. Or maybe I'm mad because he said that. But it's like, how the fuck can you be like, yeah, I'm going to retire because I can no longer be a Raider. And then you can turn around and go head down to New Orleans. And then you and your wife are going to be talking shit that they treated you bad, this and that. Well, you're Mr. God, you're Mr. Family, you're Mr. Non-Negative, y esto. I'm good, Brody. Just like you and fucking Moss. Váyanse a la verga, man. That's why you'll never see me rocking a 4. If I have a 4 jersey, I am taking the name off. That's just me. Again, that's just me. If after 2016, bro, he was still that same player and like making the playoff or not, right? Even if making the playoff every year after that and not winning, dude, I'd be like, fuck yeah, bring him back. Why? Because at least he's taken into the playoffs. Nobody's done that since Gannon. Then again, nobody's won a playoff game, since Gannon either. So if we're talking about quarterbacks that can win, why the fuck we not bring Gannon back? Who's got the silver hair now? Seen him on TV the other day. He's got silver hair, bro. So yeah, it's just my thoughts on it, you know. So moving forward, I don't know if I'll have anybody on. Possibly, you know, other Raider fans. Talk about something else. Yeah. Talk about something else. So I used to cremate. If anybody is interested in stuff like that, you know, or let's talk about it a little bit, and next time talk a little bit more about it, just to fill out the hour. If you guys made it this far, that's pretty fucking awesome. You know, it is pretty awesome if you made it this far to where I'm about to talk about, to where I started picking up dead bodies, and I was an undertaker because I was picking up dead bodies, and then one day they said, hey, you want to burn bodies? And that's it. You pay more and I get more hours and days, yeah, fuck it, why not, you know? So it went from 3 days to 5 days, 40 hours. So interesting fact about that is that I cremated at least over 10 Raider fans. And how I know they were Raider fans is they were wearing Raider jerseys. They were wearing a Raider hat. One guy had a Raider pillow that his wife knitted him and a little blanket. Some guy had a little lapel. I saved it, and I think I left it when I ended up quitting this place. I wanted to take it with me. I just some weird thing. It's just I don't know. It was weird, and it was just kind of like curious to me that it went through. It wasn't like on him. It was like pinned onto his sweater or his shirt, I believe. So it wasn't on his body or anything, but the fact that it went through all of that and you could still see the groove of the shield where it said Raiders and the face. So it's not like if it melted it all the way down, it was just like a little piece of metal and it was flattened out where it was like warped. Like, no, damn, bro, I just was talking on it and take my dab. But yeah, man, I cremated over 10 Raider fans. It was a trip, man. It was quite something, you know. I didn't think that I would come across that. Oh, of course, other fans too, but Raider fans stuck out more to me. I got that job just I was fresh out of cannabis industry, and I was like a divorced man at a strip club, just putting out application after application. So and they saw my application and a resume, asked about the cannabis industry, intrigued them enough, and then they told me what the job was about, and I said, well, fuck it, I could do it. And the best part about it is that the company was cannabis friendly, so damn near everybody smoked or partook in some way or form, edibles, tinctures, you know, vaping it with the bag and volcano, RSO, dabbing, bong rips and everything. Yeah, it was quite interesting. I would start out here locally where I stay, and we would drive out from here. We would drive out to San Bernardino, drop off or pick up remains, payroll and stuff. Drive out to Oceanside, um, do the same thing, and then drive back to the main office, offload, put the bodies aside, basically play Tetris, putting the lighter ones at the top, heavier ones at the bottom, the big, heavy, you know, obese people outside or next door. I was like, that was twice a week. And then Wednesdays we had to go pick up about, what was it, 18 or 20 people that basically are, well, we picked up 20 people from LAC USC, basically the the hospital that's in basically smack down of downtown when you're on by the 10. Um, we picked up 10 people, and basically those 20 people, and basically those 20 people are is if you pass away in the hospital and you don't have immediate family members in the area, and they can't get a hold of anybody, or they do and they don't have the means to pay for them, technically the county takes over, basically takes possession of your body, if I remember correctly, of everything that I'm saying, takes possession of your body, and they say, hey, we'll cremate them for you, we'll pay for everything, get them cremated, bring them back, but if you want to visit them, it's going to be on this plot in this lot. So from what I think I remember her saying is that it's not like, oh, it's a plaque, it's just one lot, and somewhere in there it's the remains. So you know, it's pretty sad to see a lot of people. I did do this during COVID, is when I started cremating, so I'll get to that the next video. But to finish out the last like 5 minutes here so I could get it up to an hour, I was doing that for about let's see, 5-6 months before I got offered the position of operator. And it wasn't just by myself, I had someone else, so we would drive the truck, and it was at night, it was a box truck, so we would leave at 9 at night, and we would get back around 6-7 in the morning. Again, 3 days a week, sometimes it would be 4. A few times on a Saturday I would need to drive out to the actual USC campus, to the science department, and pick up the cadavers, like basically when you donate your body to science and then it goes over to a college, and they it's a lot of shit, man. It's a lot of shit that I could go way into detail maybe one of these videos. But yeah, I would collect those bodies. Also, they would send, we would bring back the other bodies that they would also send out to get cremated, and then they would go out and do the process of scattering the ashes wherever they needed to. So it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I got to see a lot of crazy things, man. You know, like just it it takes a toll on you mentally, emotionally, physically. It's a heavy job, everything. Because I saw from, let's say, a premature baby in a little container like this to somebody's grandma, somebody's grandpa, you know, 80, 90 years old, frail, in a cardboard long ass wooden box. And I've seen, your big homie, your 3, 4, 5, 6, 800, 900 pound homie that's like this. I've had to pick up guys like that too and take them to get cremated. And it takes a toll, because look, I'm big, I'm not big, but it scares the shit out of me because it's like just the shit that I see, the amount of people, and eventually when I was cremating and seeing the way they died, it's like fuck, bro. It really puts a lot of things into perspective. That's why I don't drink. That's why my name is Stone Raider, and that's why I get high when I watch my team. Yeah, I get pissed off, and it's not good to get pissed off to the body. It's not good internally to get stressed out like that. And drinking and fighting, like I've seen fightings at the games, bro, and it's like, it's not worth it, man. And I've gotten down for the Raiders, bro, when I was younger, early 20s. I'm gonna be 34 this year, so I get it. I really do. You gotta step in. Someone's talking shit about your team, you gotta step in, knock them the fuck out. But now I'm at this age, and the job that I've had before has put it in perspective where it's like, it's not worth it. Fuck with my kids and my dogs, oh, that's a whole different thing. But talk shit about me or try to fuck with me, alright, cool, whatever. You go for that team, that kind of shit is what I'll get at you, but I'm not like that anymore. I'm not. Because I see that life's too short. Enjoy it. Don't get pissed off over so much stupid shit. Over politics, over street politics, or family politics, or actual politics. Oh man, it's not worth it because, like I said, all the stuff I seen and the amount of it, mind you, our place for sure over like close to 60, 70, give or take. San Bernardino, we're looking at about the same, and that's that. At our office, at the office before I left, they ended up building another one, so yeah, we probably do got about the 60, 70, and that's the main fridge. Then you got next door, you got a smaller fridge, and then another smaller fridge. Okay, so that's 3 fridges, and then you got Oceanside. I'll tell you one thing, Sabritos, those the fucking everything everybody eats. Yeah, that's what that fridge smelled like. So the next time anybody eats some Sabritos, and you're like, just know that that's what the Oceanside morgue or where they keep the dead smells like. So that's why I haven't eaten them for a very long time, because anytime I smell that shit, immediately I remember that place. And those places gave off some fucking creepy, eerie vibes at night. But coming up here on the hour mark, so again, if everybody's made it this far, comment down part 2 to let me know that you want to know basically the second part of when I was, working there. And then I got, hey man, you want to cremate, and then go from there. So hopefully I can make this a little further part, but I will bring it up the next time that the Raiders play on Sunday. So I'll be making it again on Monday. So hopefully this will be uploaded by tonight. Today is Monday, September the 9th. Everybody have a good week. Stone Minutes this Wednesday. As always, fuck your team. Oh shit. And go Raiders. As you can see, there it is, man. Yeah, go Raiders. That's what I get for talking shit. Rato.